to you live from Phoenix Municipal Stadium. It's time for another series of Arizona State baseball in the Valley of the Sun as the UC Davis Aggies come to Tempe to take on the Sun Devils. Your broadcast crew tonight, Matt Venezia alongside Dominic Stern. We'll hear from our third member of the team, Sammy Miller, in just a little bit. The Sun Devils have lost 5 consecutive games, and just recently a trip to Stillwater during the midweek affair had the Sun Devils lose 2 more games. And Dom, in that 2-game set, the Sun Devils have struggled with pitching. It showed again in that series, and there's a reason why the Sun Devils have the second most walks surrendered by a pitching staff in the Pac-12, and that's something they're surely going to have to figure out going into the series with the Aggies. Absolutely, and back in that Stillwater series, the Sun Devils struck out 23 times over the 2 games, lacking some offensive production, and a big piece as to why that was, no Ethan Long in the lineup due to an injury with his wrist, but that allowed Willie Cano to step in, and in Game 2, he left his mark with that 2-run bomb. Well, Dom, you mentioned these newcomers, and one of them in particular, a true freshman who's been working at shortstop for the Sun Devils this season. That's Luke Hill. He has been phenomenal, stepping in such a big spot here in a very historic program. And to tell us a little bit more about him and his journey here, we send it to Sammy Miller. Just a few moments before opening pitch tonight, here with Devils Digest reporter Jack Loader. Jack, when we look at what this lineup for Arizona State has looked like here recently, a lot of moving parts, and especially over the course of that Oklahoma State series and Irvine last weekend here at Muni, there's some notable changes. Is it the right time to get creative, or is this move a little too premature from Coach Bloomquist? And looking back earlier in the season, Coach Bloomquist in a press conference said he really likes 1 through 9, but now, as you mentioned, could be the time to get experimental ahead of conference season within the coming weeks. And specifically, we're now seeing over the past couple of games Wyatt Crenshaw and Luke Hill in the 1-2 spot, where we saw Luke Keeschel, who is now batting right around the 5-hole. And with his aggressiveness on the base pass, I'm wondering, between those 2 flips, is that the right move in your opinion in terms of speed now being moved maybe, more towards the middle of the order and having a guy like Luke Hill who continues to get on base, now they're up in the 1-2 spot. And Wyatt Crenshaw specifically leading the team in extra base hits, so having him up at the top of the order could set the table, as you like to see with your 3, 4, and 5 guys. The Sun Devils have some work to do. Got to stop this skid, put a foot in the door of the 5-game losing streak. Join us and stay with us on the broadcast with the Sun Devils and the Aggies here on ASU Livestream 1.
And the southpaw for the Sun Devils, Ross Dunn, in there for the 4th time this season. And the first pitch of the evening misses up and away. We'll try it again, the 0-2. In the dirt, he does go to the breaking stuff. And a throw down to second. That is a double play. Count that one a 1-2-6. And the Sun Devils get out of the frame. The 0-2 from Freeman. Hit to the opposite field and off the glove of a diving Hogan. And that should count as a base knock for the Devils. Gave him the breaking stuff, and it hangs up just enough. Wyatt Crenshaw will take the turn at third. And just like that, the Sun Devils have the opening lead of the ball game.
Into it as well.
Toby chopping this one. That's going to be a tap at the bag. No throw to second. It had to be a tag. And that allows Luke Hill to score. Does it at 92. Cut on and missed. It's another strikeout for Dunn. That's back-to-back. Swing and a miss. 4 consecutive, a clean sweep in the second inning for the Sun Devil southpaw. We go to the bottom of the second. The pitching doing its job. The offense trying to continue doing its.
Possible, or could drop another one.
Goes to the high cheese, and he got him. 92 again. Dunn continues to work. 5 strikeouts now through 2 1/3. Kang, the center fielder, lays one down. It might be perfect, and it is. As well as extra base hits. He lines this one to Jackson, who gets back on it, will make the play. And despite a big throw to the cutoff, the sacrifice is in order and is executed. The lead's cut in half, with the Aggies getting on the board here in the top of the 3rd. Swing and a miss. Goes back to the heat. It's been its best pitch tonight. 6 strikeouts for the Sun Devil southpaw, but the Aggies do get on the board. We got a ball game moving forward. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd here on ASU Livestream 1. Ducks in the pond for Tobias, who takes it sharply. It will get down. Campos will see what they want to do. He's going to be held up at 3rd. And again, everyone, musical chairs moving up 90 feet They're fully loaded for Will Rogers. He just gets enough of it. That one will drop. 2 are going to be waved on in. And Rogers delivers. It's a 2-run single, and the Devils lead it by 3. The opportunity, here's one right now. Kano off the end of the bat, able to just Q-shot that one into right center. 1 is going to score. Being held up at third is Will Rogers. It's an RBI single, and Kano continues to do his thing when added into the lineup. It's 5-1 ASU. We'll find out. Already 3 home here in the bottom of the third. Crenshaw first pitch swinging. It can be played out there by Iverson. Rogers is going to tag. A 1-hopper into third, and it's deep enough for Rogers to score. So the Sun Devils make it 4 now home in the bottom of the third. It's a 6-1 lead for the good guys.
And here comes a fastball, presumably.
Got the call on the inside. The southpaw stays rolling. Strikeout number 7. That's a new season high. Ross Dunn continues to roll. We're halfway through the 4th here on ASU Livestream 1. Working his way up through it.
Ooh.
Beautiful play by Contratus. And a very loud and spectacular second out recorded over at the hot corner.
Anytime you get that free base, might spark a rally. And Sun Devils, it's only 5, but need to add on.
Keishel gives this one a ride and backing up into the fence. A great play made out and left by Iverson. But for now it is Rogers who strokes one out to left sharply. And that makes Stone have to get into the ball game quickly. He already makes a play out there and left. It's a base hit for the Sun Devil left fielder. Got him jammed on this one. A throw to second in time, back to first, and the 5-4-3 is recorded.
Oh, he balked.
You can't do that. Good call by our color guy here, Dom Stern, and all the Sun Devils in the dugout were the first to call that verdict, and that makes it 7-1. Reaching to a backhand long throw across the diamond, and it gets away. Good heads-up base running. Contratus standing up into second, and we'll see how they rule this one. Hit variety, so 1 through 9 finding a way, and same with the guys on the mound. 94 up and away, cut on and missed. Washington Nationals fans seeing all the talent between the guys who used to be in DC, now on either of those 2 teams in Philly and San Diego. Campos, meanwhile, though, turning on the Jets here, a slide into second, and he's able to stretch a routine base hit into a double. Got him to chase the breaking stuff, and another strikeout. The 3-2. Ripped up the middle. Isaiah Jackson has enough to come in and hang up to make the play. The Sun Devils put a foot in the door, the losing streak, in dominant fashion.